This is just an introduction to Kwanzaa. And the questions we're going to answer today is, what is Kwanzaa? Why do we celebrate Kwanzaa? And when do we celebrate Kwanzaa? Okay, so now what is Kwanzaa? Kwanzaa is a cultural celebration originally developed for those of us of African descent in America. Kwanzaa is a time for family and community to gather to celebrate our connection to our African ancestry. Kwanzaa is a time of learning more about our heritage. Kwanzaa is also a time of strengthening our cultural values, our standards of beauty, and supporting our businesses. Kwanzaa is not a religious holiday, and Kwanzaa is not an alternative to Christmas celebrations. Okay, and the next question is, why do we celebrate Kwanzaa? Let's explore the reasons we celebrate Kwanzaa through the eyes of what is Kwanzaa? Okay, Kwanzaa is a cultural celebration originally developed for those of us of African descent, as I mentioned earlier. Here in America, the educational system has us as a blur in the history books, just slaves. Who were we before slavery? The celebration of Kwanzaa helps us to begin to answer that question. Kwanzaa is a time of family and community to gather to celebrate our connection to our African ancestry. Family and community have always been a part of our cultural background. This is the reason why we have family and community gatherings as part of Kwanzaa celebrations. When we gather, we take time to remember our ancestors at home, in Africa, in the diaspora. Kwanzaa is a time of learning more about our heritage. Africa developed the first civilizations. We had the first universities and taught the world. There are very few things we use today that didn't have its origins with a person of African descent. Now I want to go through that list. I know it might be kind of small in terms of you seeing what's up there, but just a few. The almanac was invented by us. A baby carriage or buggy. Blood pressure plasma bag. Cellular car phones. Corn harvester. The elevator. Every time you go up and down that elevator, it came from us. Electric lamp. So every time we turn on lights, that's us. Emergency fire escape mechanisms. The fire extinguisher. The gas mask. The guitar. So when you listen to music, it's still all us.
Oh. You know you gotta slide in the back so your mama can get here. You got
Okay, ice cream. That delicious dessert we definitely enjoy every summer. Imaging x-ray. So every time you get that x-ray, that's us. The lawnmower. The mailbox. That's us too. A mop. Every time you clean that floor. Peanut butter. Potato chips. The straightening comb, which at the time for us to get hired at work was an important tool because the society at the time did not accept our natural hair, so we had to conform to the cultural ideas of beauty in order just to survive. Okay, the traffic light, all those things invented by us, and that's not, we have so many patents, it's ridiculous, and you can't do anything in society today but us being part of the tools that you use. Kwanzaa is also a time of strengthening our cultural values, our standards of beauty, and supporting our businesses. This is the most visible part of Kwanzaa celebration, showing what our values are, our standards of beauty, and supporting our businesses. In our cultural values, we incorporated an African language we call this Swahili, but the correct way to pronounce it is Kiswahili when you're talking about the language. We have used a lot of African symbolism and storytelling. The symbols that you see up here are the symbols that we use during Kwanzaa, but we have lots of symbols. And in our fabric, we have symbolisms in it. And we have the 7 principles: the Nguzo Saba, Umoja, unity; Kujichagulia, self-determination; Ujima, collective work and responsibility; Ujamaa, cooperative economics; Nia, purpose; Kuumba, creativity; Imani, faith. Within our standards of beauty, here at So Creative Lounge, we have the African fabric to help you display the beauty of our cultures. You see all this beauty sitting up here. You know, when you go through our pages, you see all the beauty of how we use our fabrics. Okay, and supporting our businesses. Kwanzaa is a great time to seek out our businesses that provide us with items we will need throughout the year. Gifts are for children. The gifts are usually books, educational items, or handmade. When it comes to handmade items, So Creative's Lounge is a great place to purchase from for handmade items that require fabric. Sample patterns are listed below, with more to come. The kids' Lila jacket, teacher's travel bag, the Africa quilt, Isaac men's dress shirt. Supporting our business. So Creative Lounge, we have our founders. This is one of the businesses we should be definitely supporting. We celebrate Tisha, Thorn, and Cecily Habimana. And they've had lots of support from their family, especially from their husbands. And as you can see in the picture below, we have a community that comes and supports the actual physical store. And of course, you know, we have the online things. And on the side, you see the quilt, which you were able to purchase a block to financially support this growing business. And we definitely want to keep them alive during the times that we're going through right now. When do we celebrate Kwanzaa? Hold on, my computer's decided to freeze for a moment. But I'll just read on until my computer catches up with me. Kwanzaa is celebrated from December 26th to January the 1st, each day representing one of the 7 principles. The 7 principles. On December 26th is Umoja, unity. On December 27th is Kujichagulia, self-determination. On December 28th is Ujima, collective work and responsibility. On December 29th is Ujamaa, cooperative economics. On December 30th is Nia, purpose. And on December 31st is Kuumba, creativity. And on January 1st is Imani, faith. The spirit of Kwanzaa is ideally practiced throughout the year. Okay, this is just an introduction. More detailed information will be coming, and we will definitely be answering what are the symbols of Kwanzaa, what are the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, and the meaning of each in detail. How do we prepare for Kwanzaa, and how do we celebrate Kwanzaa each day? And I want to repeat, the spirit of Kwanzaa is ideally practiced throughout the year. Ways to say Happy Kwanzaa in Kiswahili. Hariza Kwanzaa. This is up here. Over here is Kwanzaa yenu iwe na heri. And also you can say it by Furaha ya Kwanzaa. So at this point, you know, I just want to say that this is an exciting time for us to celebrate, especially now since we're in a place where a lot of our history is trying to be erased. We need to hold on to our cultural values and the things that relate to us as much as possible.